Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to graph y equals 1/2 sine x. We're going to go ahead and graph it and compare it to sine x, which I showed you in the previous video. So just real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and re-graph just a regular y equals sine x, and we're going to compare it to y equals 1/2 sine x. So our points are up here on the table, 0, 0. At pi over 2, it is at 1. At pi, we're back down at 0. At 3 pi over 2, we're down here at -1. And then at 2 pi, we're back here at 0. And our graph looks something like this. At least that is one cycle of the graph. Obviously, this graph continues on and keeps making these waves. So I'm going to use the red graph to go ahead and, graph this y equals 1/2 sine x. This right here, this 1/2 is called the amplitude. The amplitude just tells us what our maximum height and lowest height will be at. So one will be on the positive side, the other on the negative side, just like in regular sine x, my amplitude is just 1. So my high is 1, my low is -1. Here, my height, instead of it being maximum at 1, it will now be at 1/2. So my 0 point is not changing. It still will be here. But instead of at pi over 2 it being at 1, it is only going to be at 1/2. And then at pi, I'm going to be at 0 again. At 3 pi over 2, I'm going to be at -1/2, right there in the middle of my 3 pi over 2. And then at 2 pi, I am back up at 0. So what happens here, so this graph is going to look like that, and it'll continue on. So it's basically when you do it, multiply by 1/2 your thing, it kind of shrunk or lowered our graph here. So now we were following the red one where it's a little bit of a shorter wave, when here the green is a little bit like it's a higher and lower wave. And that is it. And that is what happens when we multiply by 1/2. I'll see you in the next video.